Hey, how's it going everybody? This video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use a structure and array list and the combination of both. Okay, so let us start off with structures. Structures are basically a tool for handling a group of logically related data items or fields. Structures are user defined and have the ability to have different data types such as strings, integer, long, double, etc. Structures are very similar to classes. If you haven't played with classes before, classes is a very big topic and I might make a video just on the topic classes. Okay, the main difference between classes and structure is that classes are reference type and the structure are value type. By that I mean value type are the ones that do not persist for long, and reference type stays in the memory for a very long time until all the reference to that object is destroyed. Okay, I'm going to be telling you a quick difference between value and reference type is that value type, when you declare a variable, suppose you declare a variable called dim x as integer, and when you run the program, the system automatically allocates appropriate amount of memory to store the variable type in integer. Okay, when the variable goes out of scope, variable is destroyed and the memory is reclaimed. Okay, but in reference type, when the variable, suppose you declare a variable called form, suppose you declare dim form1 as new system.windows.forms.form. Okay, suppose you declare that. But okay, it's a two-step process. As I said, reference type is a two-step process. First one is declaring a variable and second one is instantiating it, which means you have to change it into an object. To change into object, you just type in form1 equals to new system.windows.form.form. Okay, that made it into an object. And now when the variable goes out of scope, the reference to that object is destroyed, but the object itself is not destroyed. So that's the difference between value and reference type. If any other reference to that object is there, then the object remains intact. Otherwise the object is destroyed. Okay, so let's get back to our structures. I'm going to quickly make a new project. I'm going to calling this structure and array list tutorial. Okay, once you're in the form, what we're going to do is going to add a button to it, so it's going to display the value of the structure. And what I want you to do is right click on your and go to view code. Okay, once you're in the code section, we can add a structure to it. We declare structure by the structure keyword and then the name of the structure. I'm going to do the most famous one, which is the employee. Okay, once you enter, it automatically puts the end structure to it. Now, as I said, we can have different data types in it, so I'm going to be giving an example of few. So we go dim employee name as string. Now the bad thing about structure is that you can't initialize the variable when you declare it, and then we're gonna have the another one. Sorry, it should be p. Employee ID as integer. Dim employee designation as string. Dim employee salary as double. Okay, now once you have your structure ready, what you're going to do is go up top here and go declare a structure. Suppose we want to declare employee as employee. Okay, now we declare that. Now when we click on button, we want it to assign the value and then show the value. So we go emp.employee name equals, and then I'll give, for example, I'll give my name, and then dot I'm going to go designation, and I'm going to put designation here. Okay, and then we go employee ID. Okay, and then we go the salary. I'm going to put random numbers in here. Okay, now once you have your you assign the values to it, we can display it by going message box employee name, and then we want to show another message box with the employee designation. Go employee designation. Okay, now when you run the program, once you click on the button, it should say my name and then my designation. Okay, now I'm going to tell you another thing that you can do with structures. which I don't recommend with structures. I'm gonna teach you how to make it dynamic. But if you really want to make it dynamic, I would rather recommend using classes than structure. But I'm gonna quickly show you how to make it dynamic. Okay, we declare another variable here, ink, as integer, and then we're gonna give it initial value of 0. By ink I mean increment, and then we go here, ink. Okay, that's how simple it is. Now all we gotta do is put ink in everything here. Okay, so now we have ink everywhere after EMP. So what you're gonna do is once you have your one structure ready, what we can do is we can go readIm, preserve, and then we can type in the name of the structure, which is EMP, and then we go ink plus 1. Okay, that will, okay, what do I mean by that is that that it will keep on incrementing one by one, and it will keep all the previous records as well. So that's a good thing you can do. But if you just type in readIm and not type preserve, it will delete everything that you had before, and then it's gonna start all over again. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want to keep the old records as well. Okay, so that's how we make it dynamic, and then you can add as many as you want. So now I'm going to quickly show you how to use another dynamic structure, which is continue of this one. Okay, what we can do is employee, again we type in employee ink dot employee name. Because we have already changed the value of employee ink, we have increased by 1, so this one would be a new one. Okay, so what we can do is give it a name. Suppose I give it a name John Smith, which is the most famous one. I'm gonna give it a designation as well. I'm gonna give it school teacher. Okay, and then we want a message box. We're gonna go employee ink dot employee name, and then we got another message box with a employee ink dot employee designation. So when you run the program this time, we should be getting both of them because we have everything in the records.